Nigma are swapping this around is that the side lane Tiny might really struggle against Veno. That could be why. And then they're just like, we'll just park Mars.
Perhaps roam afterwards.
Actually, that's fine too, because Veno should lose to Enigma. So you have the freedom. That's the main point here. Tiny can do what he wants, and that feels really nice when you're position 4. When you can do what you want rather than what you have to.
GH, of course, has the boots level 1, so looking for a potential toss. It's going to be a little bit difficult, although tossing into the spear from Mars could set up something pretty nice. He's going to get locked in, though, into the shards. Going to attach Tusk to his own shards, and the defensive toss not going to be enough as Shad takes the first blood on Weehaw.
Kuro was far off to the side, getting his items from the courier, so he was way too late to be able to blind there, and just, yeah, a little miscommunication maybe, playing too aggressively there. But looks like they will end up getting Shad for it, so...
Indeed.
Okay, that was not a necessary spear. He needed literally 1 attack. Style points are allowed. They have the big shields in front. That was a phalanx that started.
That is right. GH gets the avalanche, toss, celery.
Nice combo.
Gets speared onto a tree. We're seeing a great multi-shot. Doing a decent amount of damage. Celery gets off the health salve. The courier taking some damage. It will live, but will Celery? No, he will die. But the Coddle dies first. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange. Weehaw, look at he's moonwalking back to this tier 1, very slowly but surely. Taking even more damage.
Just walk in there? Okay.
Aramis, he has spell. He's shard.
Just killed himself.
Yeah, he killed himself. I mean, that's the Weehaw special, right? At the end of the day.
It was unnecessary to walk into the tree line. I think it was fine just run time. So. It's kind of like Ring of Basilius that you could also just switch on and off all the time in the past for armor or no armor on creeps.
Oh, GH, another Avatos. Snowball a little bit too late. Crystal Medine into the tier 1 will fall. GH taking the brunt of the damage from this multi-shot.
All the back supporters are doing that thing anymore.
KUROKY getting slowed multi-shot. Not quite enough to take him out.
He went 2 and blinding right. I don't think I've ever seen this build before. 0, 2, 1.
Enters the toss into the spear, into a Sunstrike. Not gonna be enough for the kill, but they'll find it a little bit after regardless.
80 mana from Chakra, and blinding costs 145, so a bit limited in that aspect.
Weehaw getting a little bit aggressive.
Oh, Miracle Mid as well.
Ice Shard might be okay.
He is
gets
more
a
than
deafening
fine.
blast, and he doesn't even need GH.
Yeah, the shards
GH just wanted to feel the XP.
It's bad, but it was great for the promotion of it. People are like, "Yay, our old items are coming back."
Yeah,
but
true.
It's just not. I really stand by. I think it's the single worst item you can get, pretty much consistently.
So and it's only because of the timing, right? It has nothing to do with the item itself in theory. As Sunstrike will finish off the Crystal Maiden. And Aramis, level 4.
Oh, that's
there is
a really good
Weehaw. Snowball, pretty solid, mitigating a lot of damage here as Venomancer gets taken on the top lane. Looks like that was a black hole expended for it, in fact. As Shad is left by his teammate to his own devices, Weehaw's going to continue to chase. Tanner coming in. Can they actually find the Drow Ranger? This would be pretty big. Not for now. KUROKY taking more damage. Sunstrike! Oh, miracle again! That's the second Sunstrike in this fight, I want to say.
It is.
Goodness.
25
2 for 2. That was beautiful. And of course, we didn't even talk about the mind control kill in the top lane. He gets the tier 1 tower as well. So he has completely dominated this lane. These fights, I mean, they have the RP. They just don't have... I mean, you don't get Blink Dagger anymore. You're going straight for Ags at this point.
Yeah.
They're going to start with this gank mid, though, it looks like. Aramis. Oh, they're going to be scouted out, though, by Coddle. And that is truly unfortunate for Viking. The Avalanche will set up...
Yeah, you can have him. You can have him. It's completely blocked off Celery's escape.
Dyer's bottom towers.
Poor boy.
First item. He knows that the only cancel is RP. Speaking of the devil here. Oh, he gets it off. I don't... Did he have the damage?
Oh, Sunstrike! Oh! Doesn't get the XP.
It's not a great
for it.
trade. Miracle gets the kill, so he gets the XP.
Yeah, that's true. GH with the toss, and Aramis will fall, and Drow Ranger dies in the other lane as we're seeing multiple ultimates expended. The Will-O-Wisp, what an annoying spell to deal with as Weehaw comes in. One more spear, ensures the double kill. Toby pops that ult. Weehaw looks to be dead here.
He is.
Takes the Veil of Discord, and trying to get some CS before his inevitable demise. And
Kuro will survive for now, though. Tranquil Boots. He's very fast. Oh, Mango Tree.
Dire's middle tower's in trouble.
Delicious.
I don't know if he saw it. I think he didn't see it. Uh-oh. Well, how much space can an old man on Pegasus make? Let's see. Well, the Agxenon didn't use Cataclysm until the end. His setups were a Sanking Stun. In this game, there's Mars Arena, there's Coddle ulti, there's Black Hole. If any of these ultis hit on 2 heroes, he has a sick Cataclysm setup. So in this game, I think it's a better choice than the last time. But to be honest, I think he just likes it and would have bought it anyway. He just likes the extra level on his spells and the stats.
Look at this spell from Weehaw. Look at the projectile of the tower. That is amazing. Oh, Sunstrike gonna miss thanks to the snowball from Aramis. Will be good for now. Ice Shard's not really gonna block it, but he's gonna get the punch off, and Coddle has died. Avalanche now, GH attempting to get out of dodge. Looks like he might die, but Black Hole on the other side will ensure a kill on the Crystal Maiden. 2 for 1, and yeah, Black Hole for Crystal. Hard to position.
Yeah. Basically, canceling Black Hole with RP is a lot easier when you have the Magnus Ags. But it's still...
He's coming. He's coming.
Okay.
He misses his shockwave, but they got the old the Skewer back in town, as Weehaw will be the first to suffer its consequences here.
They're gonna give up this tower. If they wanted to fight for it, Weehaw would have cast his ult before he died, but doesn't seem to be interested in that. Sunstrike. Okay, Celery took a lot of damage there.
Alright, Tanner. Do they have vision up here? They do not.
Oh, that's not a good smoke. That is not a good smoke.
No, they got the the fake RP. This would just be a position for Tiny, though. But here comes Shad with the Gust.
Oh, will it? Magnus has haste.
Yeah. Magnus has
essentially infinite haste rune.
Yeah, this hero. Well, see, this is the thing that, again, this is why I'm here to learn from you, Cinderin. Why is this hero not just picked or banned every single game? Like, we've been not seeing him at all this qualifier.
I honestly don't have a good answer to that question right now.
Mind Control getting initiated on.
I think if you imagine in this game, I think Mind Control will probably end up, yeah, he's going to get skewered to death eventually. If you think about when Drow got picked in this draft, what slot it got picked in, if you picked Magnus in that slot, I would feel like you had a lot of flexibility with what you were to do with your draft afterwards. And now they ended up with Mag together with Drow instead because they picked them in opposite order. But I don't know what it is they're waiting to see before they pick it. I think Kuro just missed up. Now it's down to 1. Kuro will add another to the count.
Oh my goodness.
Insta kill.
Every kill now. So
I mean, we'll declare it.
50 mana?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I don't know. It's very obvious what ways you can nerf this, so something's probably going to happen. All right, there we go.
Might get
they
caught out here.
Just the dead on the courier. Perfect timing.
Puts himself in not the greatest position. Will-O-Wisp is used essentially. Tusk gets destroyed. That was a lot of
blue in every axis on the map right there. Good Sunstrike.
Weehaw has his ultimate, will expend it, is on 2. Randomizer does get his ultimate off. Tusk flies back into the game. RP onto 3 heroes. Skewer's back into a black hole, though. That is not where he thought, my friend. Tanner continuing to skewer to his heart's content. 2 buybacks now for Viking, as this fight has become very important for them. Double kill for Tanner now, as Weehaw, in his Phalanx form, continuing to mitigate damage, but is very, very slow, thanks to the buyback from Toby. So that's a triple kill for the skewering Magnus. And Mind Control, of course, already expended that black hole, so needs to get out of dodge.
Yep, they're on the hunt. Tanner's searching the scanning Magnus, but
the farm.
That looked like it was going to go better for Nigma than it did, but those buybacks definitely massive value.
Fight is not over. Viking still at this tier 1 tower, applying all the pressure to GH. A nice toss.
He has toss again.
He got net now. Avalanche, that might be enough. Wait, the shards block him in though. And the Gale will connect. So this looks to be a dead GH. And in the meantime, Enigma did end up getting this skewering Magnus again. And Viking just playing with their food at this point.
Every time I see this hero played, I don't understand why it's not just a first piece. This is absurd to watch.
Will-O-Wisp. This is like WTF mode is just on. That's what it feels like.
It really does.
Celery able to get the D ward. as Magnus, as you can see on your mini-map, is just all over the place.
That was a pretty costly spear miss from Weeha when he did the blink in to get the two-man arena. If that spear hits on the Maiden, that's an instant kill. And I think the fight plays out very differently. So it's a classic thing that happens a lot with Mars, and I think it's a mistake that most players make, or it's maybe the most common mistake.
They're sleeping. They don't have to expend all their ultimates in the same fight either. But Magnus is the scary one. KUROKY takes the frostbite and the death to follow. Skewering again. Tanner. Oh! He gets bounced around by Weeha. Not able to get the RP off, but he gets it onto Enigma, who pops the BKB. The buyback from Kato now. Tanner pops his BKB shortly after, and Enigma dies immediately. That is truly unfortunate, as Weeha looks to be next. The Skewer again will finish him off, as this tier 1 tower will not be standing very much longer. And Viking, I mean, that Enigma black hole BKB did not work out as planned.
No, the Dragon Lance was important there for Shad. I think without it, he might have ended up being in range for the black hole, but outlasts it, or outranges it. And I think we're starting to see a problem here for the Radiant lineup as well that we didn't really cover. With the way they allocated their heroes, they don't have single target physical damage. This Magnus actually can't die when he's BKB'd. Who's going to kill him? It's a safe lane Mars who has 160 damage. It's a mid Invoker who's largely magical, and it's an off lane Enigma. So the mag in BKB kind of feels invincible. He can do whatever he wants, and
yep, for now that's definitely
you hate to see it.
Case. Oh, Shad picks up.
Here he comes. Get the mag, guys. LOL.
LOL.
Hey, at least
now, the thing about
nice.
I'm not saying this is the wrong build, but in theory,
pretty strong. I don't think he should buy a pipe. That seems pretty meaningless by now. I don't think it's going to do enough. Deso BKB could also be good. Because I really think it's the damage that's lacking right now. They have loads of control. Is he going to kill Aramis here?
It's going to be
look
close.
like
He's
it.
burning very low. Miracle.
Oh, the Golem Creep.
Go for the kill. The Golem Creep will continue on. And he's going to punch it in the back of the head. It will live. And the little babies will survive. And looks like no kill will come of that. And in the meantime, in mid lane, we have the Will Shad taking a lot of damage, but Tanner is here. Nice job from Weeha finishing him off before he could get away. GH in the meantime going to try to get away from this everlasting Skewer. Very impossible to deal with. As GH will blink to safety. Randomizer caught off though. Gets off the ult just before dying. The question is, does Viking want to go any further here? Looks like the answer is yes, but Tanner has absolutely no mana.
No problem though.
For Skewer, guys.
No mana, no problem.
The shrine is not up, and he's just going to pick up all the runes, and nobody can catch him. So that's the end of that fight. I mean, if that was a normal, if that cost any mana, then he'd be dead right now.
I think if you want to do anything...
But 13 armor is quite a bit.
It is.
Basically a plate mail.
It feels really nice to get this item on Maiden, though, I would say. But, yeah. Oh, RP.
We have an RP on Weeha. He is surrounded by the enemy. He's going to phalanx to no avail. He will die. We're going to have some out safely. Has a lot of defensive tools with the Yules into Blink, but God, I just hear Skewer all the time, and I just get scared I'm missing something. So it's just him moving around the map. Miracle, he's going to get snowballed. The Spirit Vessel is applied to him. They definitely have vision now. That's going to be an easy kill. So Viking able to get it. All right, RP applied now to the Tiny, into the multi-shot. The synergy is out of control as GH drops to the deck. And the tier 1 tower will be denied. But
he finished the pipe, man.
They need to back.
I don't think this is... It just needs to be able to get the attacks off. And with AC...
He did.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, multi-shot. Mind control working towards a Shiva's. What is Weeha actually working on now? He's going for BK sample. Magnus? Yeah, they just... It feels like they just can't touch this guy. Oh, and here punch on the sideline. Mind control pops the BKB. We'll have to wall back to base, but Tanner, yeah, you're right. Oh, he actually had the BKB out.
Hesitated. He changed his mind. He could have definitely BKB blink RP'd that if he wanted to. But now he ended up using the
Miracle.
Defensively.
He's going for this Rax, my friend. No, maybe not.
Let's see.
I see some action on the sideline. We're going to watch the Rax being taken out first, though. The TPs are coming. They don't have fortification. And that is the melee Rax. The RP misses. Miracle. How are you getting away with this? Or will he? He gets punched in the face. gets off the tornado, attempting the TP out. Tanner, whoa, that damage is pretty insane, but the melee Rex does fall. Is this the kind of game they...
That was actually really close. The tornado, he has max quas and eggs, so it could not have lasted any longer than that.
How does that even work?
Yeah. I don't know
He
if
was
it
going to get out if it wasn't for the ridiculous damage.
Yeah, it was close. I think maybe... I don't think he could have run away after the tornado. You can try tornado that and then deafening blast, but I think the Skewer will catch up to him eventually. So.
Tanner finds GH. I don't think they have vision here, though. Or now they do. Spirit Vessel applied. Going to continue to Skewer. Remember, Miracle does not have buyback, so... Not sure if they even want to fight this.
So they're trying to buy time. They know how important this Roche is. Alright, they found Toby.
And there's the ult from Weehaw. They're able to take out the Venomancer. Will-O-Wisp applied as well. Tanner has to pop the BKB and the Satanic, keeping him alive, but there's the black hole. Can they finally kill this? They do! 3 heroes into the black hole. Buybacks galore from Viking, but Team Nigma. Ooh, that was a good fight.
Tanner
more buybacks this time from Drow.
Walked up to Enigma there. He must have known black hole was ready.
Well, he's back from
Maybe
more,
he
though.
just felt invincible. I mean, clearly he needs a buff, this hero, if he can die like that.
If you can lose with this hero, Jesus Christ. Oh, they're taking out Drow, but Drow Ranger gets
Cataclysm?
Cataclysm finally doing a lot of damage. Toby able to get off his ult. The Aegis is taken from GH, and the Radiant also take out Roshan as Mind Control will finally fall. Tanner extremely low. That would have been a dieback for him. Celery, half HP, getting beat down by Weehaw. And Drow Ranger gets found at the high ground from GH. Can they actually find this carry? Finally getting this kill. One more right click will do it, and Tusk looks to be next on the list.
Comes the
Tanner coming in with that Skewer. Weehaw uses his ultimate, and it's stuck on the high ground now, but they will find the kill regardless. So 3 dead for Viking, and a lot of these are diebacks, I'm sure. As Toby looks to be the next casualty.
Actually, just over now.
It's over somehow. I have no idea what just happened. How does this
Dota
happen?
is so... it's such a magical game right now. It's like... it's like everybody's playing it for the first time, and they're not at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
That's really
true.
Dyer's doing that glowy thing.
It's a shit show, but in the best way possible. That's
Crazy game.
I love it. Aramis gets off the punch, but will be tossed back into the fray. He will have Crystal Maiden by his side shortly, but it might be in the grave. Oh, he actually is able to get out, but the damage coming in from Team Nigma. Looks like this will be game 2 in their advantage, and this was a crazy one. Why ban Magnus when you can have games like this? That's the real question, Cinder. My control was initiated on, but Aramis will be taken out, and that is GG called. Whew. What a game. That was exciting. That was... And if they ban Magnus, we don't get games like this. That's all I have to say. So continue not banning Magnus, please. Thank you.
Crazy stuff.